Alright, looks like the stream is up in the right places. So let's go ahead and get in here. Because why the holy F not? Let's go do the Amatoy thing. Today we're just going to sign up for things. Right, we're just going to queue. And that's just going to be the way it is. Because there's no point in really concerning myself with anything else. We're still going to go ahead and go do the bosses. We're still going to be doing the ascended bosses because they have weapons. All right. Let's go check on our relationships. Hey, Namaji is online. Let's see if this nerd wants to queue up for some stuff. He's just chilling in Herba Village right now. I'm just gonna queue up for I'm at DEFCON 1 right now. Right, I'm totally maxed out on Dimensional Contract 2 tokens. So either we clear some shit. Alright, let's get queued up. Co-op dungeon, dimensional trial. Queue for a random party. I'm the tank. Bammo. What up, Nemanja? Let's fucking get in there and get it done, right? Yeah, I'm max on tokens too. You're probably pretty close to max on these Dimensional Contract 1 tokens too, yeah? We'll have to go in and do a couple of these too. I think today's just gonna have to be a dungeon day. We're just gonna have to suck it up. No matter how bad the groups are, we just keep trying to rejoin until we finally beat it. I don't think we have a choice at this point. Otherwise, we're just going to be losing resources and losing. And since we're probably going to have to make all of our items ourselves because the economy on this server is totally dead, we're yeah, well, I mean, I want to do the trials. So the trials are important to do instead of the dungeons because you get a chance at everything, right? And so that's just kind of better. So I definitely want to do the trials instead of the tier 3 or the tier 4 dungeons. But we'll see. If absolutely nobody is queuing up for the trials, then I guess we can go do the 4-star dungeons. That's fine too. Why is everybody in PvP global chat in PvP MMOs always like following that jock that used to play football in high school cliche, where they're constantly talking about, oh yeah, no, back in the day I was like the best, or back in the day I was like top tier, or yeah, I remember you. Do you remember me? We played against each other. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to relive your glory days and play the fucking game. Yeah, I imagine you've got more than enough time. Well, we're probably gonna have to close out because here in just a couple of minutes, we've got the boss. Gotta go down and do our dentist here. It's gonna turn nighttime again. Gross. Gross. Gonna have to deal with dumb people. And it's time. Can I just turn the chat off? Can we just... Can we just turn chat off, please? Welcome back. Party, teams, find a party, whispers, war games, Vanguard, fantastic. No more global chat. It's sad that in every single video game, why are the most prolific chatters the stupidest people? Like, just for once in a video game, I would like for the people who talk the most in global to be people with brain cells. It would truly be fantastical. Person's name is Hide on Bush. You would think that you would hide in the bush. It's weird to me to hide on a bush. This poor dude's name is Auto Lose. Oh, dude, nice bull. I like the celestial bull. Yeah, it is going to be PvP, so I'm going to have to run over there and sign up. Which means we want to cancel matchmaking now. So I'll go down there, I'll sign up, and then I'll try and jump down and land on one of those little platforms down underneath. See if I can avoid getting killed. Not that I really care if I get killed, as long as I can get us signed up. But yes, there will be stupid nerds trying to kill people. You don't even have to go down in there, though. Unless you feel like trying to fight some people. We could, but then we'd have to run all the way down there. It's all the way on the lowest floor. So there's a portal that happens right here. And you can just portal down there. And it takes you right next to where the boss spawns. It's about to open up. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure you don't even need to come down here, though. At least there's supposed to be a fucking portal. Took a little while to trigger last time, too, but what's going on here? There it is. Damn, missed. Oh, well. Doesn't look like anybody chased me, so I'm just gonna chill out down here. I like being a bear. Roar, I'm a bear. One of these days, games are going to realize that allowing PvP players to just wantonly attack PvE players is a stupid idea. You made me go to sleep. How rude. It made you dead. Even more rude. You should try not to let it kill you. Pro tip. No, I'm asleep again. See, look at you being all alive and shit. No. This dude just be murdering everybody. I might not actually survive. I'll be so sad for myself if I die. Oh shit, Nemanja, you got aggro. Run away! Yo, you got aggro hard. What the hell did you do? That guy was so angry at you. That's definitely what it is. This boss is gonna die. And it's gonna give me its weapon. Even though I can't use its weapon because it's a staff, it's gonna give it to me. May you slumber in eternal darkness. Hey, rank 71. I do so very little damage. Let's open up our little box here. Give me a selection chest. Or not. That's fine too. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here and get back into a queue for a trial. Co-op dungeons, dimensional trial, join a party. Is it that same person? Nope. All right. Then let's go over here to my little Da Vinci thing. Summon a contract manager. Do you have all the different types of contracts? That's right. I need to go do some of these too.
Hello there. Planning on going hunting? Be careful out
Oh,
there. You're an important customer to me.
we've almost got a full group. Just need a healer. And then we're going to get this thing. We're going to get it done. It's going to be exciting. I am so futhermucking excited.
The lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
There we are. Everybody accept, please. Come on, last dude. You can do it. You can do it. Just click the accept button. You dumb motherfucker. I freaking hate you. Yeah. Everybody hit accept now. Ooh, they did. Everybody hit accept.
Humans have settled on our soil! Humans? Terrible! Let's see if you can die on it! Don't worry. Humans will never make it to the fall forest! And tear the humans apart!
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Why do the people who are not tanks always go tank things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the goblin I was on. But that's fine. Must have been glitched then. Holy shit, I got it. Colors are about to come back up again. Green, blue, orange, blue, purple. Gotta be this one. Oh, okay, I die. I hate that fucking mechanic. I hate one-shot mechanics in general. Because they just mean that I die. They completely negate, like, the point of being a tank. Yeah. Yeah, you just can't get the bonus chest, which we don't even have a chance to get anyway, because we're not on a high enough tier. So, doesn't even matter.
can dodge this!
Well, that was interesting. Okay. We can do this. I believe in us. Well, that was scary. Note to self, don't go running around in the whole circle on the outside like a jackass. You get hit and you start losing stamina, and then you stop being able to transform, and then life starts to get scary. I'm the tankiest boy in the whole wide world. Can't out-tank me. Look at all this tankiness. So much tanky. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. I died. Fucked it up. How much you want to bet that Peckin leaves? Who started that fight? Got it. Okay, Hermit. No dying to the easy ass pie mechanic. Why am I running? Does he seem to be enraged to you? He seems to be enraged to me. What an ugly person. Oh, okay. Game just totally kicked me out. Jesus freaking Christ. Yeah, I know. I told him they kicked my duo, so I left. I just got totally dropped from the game, which was fun. Yeah, I gotta go use the restroom also. Then we'll get queued back up. Probably end up in a party with the exact same people again. It'll be super fun. People are acting like there's just this abundance of other people to run that dungeon with. Like we're not isolated on these Hyperboost servers where A, populations are already small, and B, not everybody on the server is even to this point yet.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
So people are just like running around acting like
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the...
there's plenty of people like, oh, we'll just go next group. No, you won't. There isn't a next group. You're an idiot. But I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
There are two types of people, well, three types of people who play random matchmaking. People like me who are generally antisocial and don't want to make friends with 6 people and don't want to be tied to the same 6 people for every single dungeon run. People who want to teach people, so they have the patience to run in there with people who don't really know the mechanics and stuff like that. And then people like most of the people I run into and the people who generally leave parties who are just such enormous twits that nobody wants to play with them. And so they're stuck doing random dungeons because they suck as people. So if you're having trouble finishing dungeons in random dungeons, and you're constantly thinking to yourself, why do I always get stuck with these people who suck? And you're constantly bailing on parties and berating your teammates, just know that the reason you can't finish any of the content is because you're an enormous cunt. Nobody wants to play with you.
Did you know that the Wolpertinger spirits are living in that giant tree.
That's all it boils down to. Also, welcome back, Nemanja. If you were a decent person, then you would have completed the trial with a random group, and then part of that random group would have become a permanent group, and then you would have completed the trial with another random group until you eventually made a full 6-person group.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift.
I sent you a group request again because we got ungrouped.
Yes,
There's another one.
spirits are the elves who died in the war with our ancestors long
So let's get queued back up. Let's do this shit again. How much you want to bet we get queued with the same people?
let them rest in peace. But the ogres make that difficult.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
If you want to use the breeze line,
Goodness gracious.
if you're in the resistance, it's free.
Hmm.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance,
Oh shit. We get to go fight. I guess we can go fight. Do we want to go fight an archboss? Are the archboss weapons better than the... Because they've only got tier 1s. And just looking here, 67 to 124. The archboss weapon is 68 to 120. Okay. So I guess the archboss weapons are still about as good as the tier 3s. Which is crazy.
if you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Yeah, Nirma Ascended Weapon is the one that I want, but the Archboss stuff is ultimately more valuable because it doesn't pop nearly as often throughout the week. So it's much more rare. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bimo. I appreciate the information.
Hey, have you been to the forest of
If
the
you
great
want to
tree?
use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
No, I have. But you were there not so long ago, right? How was it?
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the song of the great tree starts.
where are the people at? Oh, where could they be? I love that those 3 people that we were just in a group with, or those 4 people that we were just in a group with, are no longer even in the queue trying to find a party, which means that they just gave up. So they're not even, like, they could have been spending the time right now still trying to complete the boss and making any progress.
If you want to
But instead, they're in the middle of dead time with no other activities to do, just picking their buttholes
Are already long gone,
because they don't have the patience to just keep trying.
Yes. These spirits
It
are
is
souls
hilarious to me
our ancestors long ago.
how dumb people are.
Bringing the wandering souls to
A freaking hilarious. While we sit here and wait, let's go find us a guild here. There was a couple of guilds that were talking about no Discord or activity equals kicked. Well, I don't want to be in your guild at all. Casual guild that does all content. I don't believe you. Well, I guess either step 2 or crystalline. Crystalline has fewer people. Step 2 has a much longer. I want to figure out what crystalline's loot rules are. This is insane to me that it doesn't say what the loot rules are for a guild before you join it. I can't believe 1 year in, that's still a thing.
Have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
Can't believe a year later, that's still a thing. Is there no apply button?
Song of the great tree. What is that?
Oh, I gotta find them over here. Okay, well, we're gonna join this guild. We're gonna see what their loot rules are real quick. If their loot rules are stupid. Guild acquires after 24 hours. Okay, so you have to claim it within 24 hours. Or the guild acquires it. That's fine. With me. Hey.
Bringing the wandering souls to Wolpertingers will let them rest
If you
in
want to use
peace.
the breeze line, please take the
But the
lift.
ogres
If
make
you're
that
in the
difficult.
resistance, it's free.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
Running in a circle, a circle, a circle.
One can only hope.
Running in a circle.
Free all these souls.
Waiting to play content.
Join the cause as well.
This is really stupid, stupid. What really irks me
Use your contract coins here.
is if those other people had just stuck it out and we had just kept trying, we'd be done by now.
All set? Best of luck out there.
And that is irksome.
What are you going to store today? Don't worry about your stock and enjoy your time.
All we need's a healer, a healer, a healer. All we need's a healer, then we will be done. Let's see. Do I want these? Yes, I do. Give me all those. Thank you.
Any questions?
Can't use any combat coins because we can't even go into the battlegrounds. I sit, I wonder why, oh, why. You left me, oh Sandy.
That armor? What you're wearing won't cut it, so come up for something better.
Hi-ho, youngin. Did you... A new hero has come.
I could have sworn there were two.
If you handle weapons from the Hansel family, your skills will be some... Goodbye.
What were you?
What do you make, Sundries Crafter? Quality stellarite. Ooh.
to improve your skills? I'm a pretty well-known skilled researcher.
Do you happen to need supplies for your guild? Then you
Now once I was downhearted. Disappointment was my closest friend. And then you came and it soon departed. I mean, I suppose. Why won't anybody attack me? This guy's like impossible to aggro. How stupid is that? Alright, I joined a guild. Now I have to, like, actually care about these people, don't I? Gross. I don't want to do any of that. Yeah, I joined, Crystal Line. Because they seem mostly PvE and casual based. So hopefully we can get some guild bosses and stuff in. Why did it knock that guy further away? That's a pull, not a push. Y'all trying to die down here? Is that the thing? Sure. Now invite the other person. Okay. Don't attack things until I aggro them, please. Or do. That's fine too. Because I accidentally have that other nerd clicked. Oh, what in the fudge are you doing, bro? What is going on? What is this group? Ah, I hate everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep playing with these people. I'm just going back to town. Oh, because we're not even queued up anymore. Because we joined a different fucking group. God damn it.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
That is incredibly annoying. I can't believe that I stopped the queue for the one thing that matters today.
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the song of the great tree starts.
The Song of the Great Tree? What is that?
Did you know that the Walkertinger spirits are living in that giant tree? It's actually Walkertingers who are singing the song to console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
So it's like the passage ceremony. But the elves are already long gone, aren't they? souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors. Don't you think?
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance,
Man,
it's free.
it's midday on a Saturday. Like it's 5:30 Eastern time right now, which is where this is supposed to be at. There should be a mess ton of people on right now. This is like as many folks as we're gonna get. Can't get a trial group. I can't even imagine when we move on to like trial stage 2, trial stage 3. And as we get up to like trial stage 10. It's going to be impossible to find a group then.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Yo, what's up, BMO? I see you. The Demon Slayer BMO.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Hey, have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
No, I haven't. But you were there not so long ago, right? How was it?
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the song of the Great Tree starts.
If you want to use the breeze line,
Looks like the world needs more healers.
if you're in the resistance, it's free.
It's actually Wolpertingers who are singing the song to console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
So it's like the passage ceremony. But the elves are already long gone, aren't they?
Yes. These spirits are the elves who died in the war with our ancestors long ago. Bringing the wandering souls to Wolpertingers let them rest in peace. But the ogres make that difficult.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Bummer, dude.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in
You got to make it even past 6K. You got to get to 6,100 to do the trial. All right, well, while we wait for a healer here, I'm going to go make some food. So give me a TTS, like an exclamation point TTS, if the thing pops. I blame me too. It's definitely my fault.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Hey, have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
No, I haven't. But you were there not so long ago, right?
If you want to
How
use the
was it?
breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the Song of the Great Tree starts.
The Song of the Great Tree? What is that?
Did you know that the Walpertinger spirits are living in that giant tree? It's actually Walpertingers who are singing the song to console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
So it's like the passage ceremony. But the elves are already long gone, aren't they?
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Yes. These spirits are the elves who died in the war with our ancestors wandering souls to Wolpertingers will let them rest in peace. But the ogres make that difficult.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free. If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free. If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free. If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance,
Have you
it's
been
free.
to the forest of the Great Tree?
No, I haven't. But you were there not so long ago, right? How was it?
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the Song of the Great Tree starts.
The Song of the Great Tree? What is that?
Did you know that the Wolpertinger spirits are living in that giant tree? It's actually Wolpertingers who are singing the song to console elven spirits
If
that
you
are
want
still
to use the
wandering
breeze
in the
line,
forest.
please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
So it's like the passage ceremony. But the elves are already long gone, aren't they?
these spirits are the elves who died in the war with our ancestors long ago. Bringing the wandering souls to Wolpertingers will let them rest in peace. But the ogres may...
Alright, we back.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
I wish that there was something I could do,
If you want to use the
like
breeze line,
working on my character's build,
resistance.
or working on a secondary build.
Free all these souls.
You know, I wish the auction house was hopping, that I could be working on items and stuff while we sit here and wait. I mean, I know there's other stuff I have to do. Like, I've got 21,000 of these tokens to use, but, like, I'm nowhere near needing to use those tokens yet. Or, if we could multi-queue, that'd be super dope. Like, try and queue for a battleground and queue for the trial at the same time. And then whichever one pops first, that's the one we go to.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free. If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
I guess something I could do is I currently have what I consider my best artifacts equipped. So I could probably just go in here. Hopefully it doesn't allow me to put
If you want to use the breeze line,
my
lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
um
Hey, have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
No, I haven't. But you were there not so long ago, right? How was it?
hopefully it doesn't let me put my equipped ones in here, or I'll be in a world of hurt.
Time it's so quiet and peaceful. But that all changes once the song of the Great Tree starts.
I don't seem to really be getting
The song of the great tree.
any of the stuff I actually want, though.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the
Living in that
resistance,
giant tree.
it's free.
Hey, there we go. 3 Dark Sovereign pieces. So we'll put all this stuff in here, but then we'll take the Dark Sovereign stuff out.
To console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
Put some different stuff in.
kids are already long gone, aren't they?
Yes. These spirits are the elves who died in the war with our ancestors long ago. Bringing the wandering souls to Walkertangers will let them rest in peace. But the ogres make that difficult.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
Yeah, so it looks like the equipped ones are held separate, which is nice. Okay, looks like we can't quite hit another tier 5, so we'll just leave it. But that'll free up a lot of room for me in the old inventory. We'll open up all these Dark Sovereigns and see what I get here.
If you're in the resistance,
Let's see.
free.
Ranged heavy attack evasion, sleep resistance, magic evasion, not really what I'm looking for. Crit hit chance, none of that's really what I'm looking for. Heavy evasion, no. And then collision resistance, humanoid damage resistance. It's not really what I'm looking for, but it might be better than the one that I have currently. Let's see. Collision resistance or sleep resistance, CC resistance. No, the one I have currently is probably better. It looks like basically all of my grabs there were pretty ineffective. But we cleared up a shitload of space, so that's good.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
We go look at artifacts now instead of, 290 something. We've only got 12 here, which is exactly what I wanted.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Hey, have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
I think Throne and Liberty is just going to have to
But you were there not so long ago, right?
accept the fact that their population is not large enough
Most of the time it's so quiet and peaceful.
to keep Legacy and the new servers separated.
If you want to use the breeze line,
I understand the impetus for that.
the resistance, it's free.
I get,
Song of the Great Tree.
wanting to
Did you know that the Walkertangers
wanting to give people who are new to the game an opportunity to go back and experience the game,
it's actually Walkertangers who are
well, not necessarily go back, but experience the game with people who are just getting to the same tier as them, right? Like, that's a lot of fun to go through and beat the bosses and stuff like that. And you don't necessarily want to be just getting carried through that content. That's not super enjoyable necessarily. But right now, the 24-hour peak for the Steam charts for Throne and Liberty is 24K, just short of 25K, which is plenty of people, right? Albion Online survived with fewer players than that for a while. Ark, Survival Evolved, survived with fewer players than that for a while, back in the day. And so 24,000 people at your peak on a daily basis is not an unreasonable number for an MMO. But the problem here is that those 24,000 people are separated between regions. They're separated between legacy and new servers. They're separated in all these different ways, and their matchmaking and stuff doesn't come together at all. And that just makes it really, really difficult to do some of these matchmaking events. I mean, we've been sitting here for 30 minutes on a Friday mid-afternoon, or Saturday mid-afternoon, right? This is gamer time. This is when the people who have jobs and shit like that are online. And I understand that we still don't have necessarily all of our people in the right tier, right? Not everybody's 6100 yet, but still. You know, this should be the time where we have the shortest queues. And so if that's a 30-minute queue, that's rough.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing as players that we can really do about it, right? We could, maybe make a team ourselves, but it seems unlikely that would take less time or less effort than just going to the party maker. We could go in here maybe and see, hang on, go look at the party board and see what's up there. We got lots of people doing Spectre's Abyss. So none of these are doing tier 4-star. They're all doing lower tier. We got one doing a 3-star, one doing a 2-star, one doing a 1-star. Why is somebody doing Spectre's Abyss? That's a little crazy to me. $42,000 runs. Stay, we got this. So they're doing tier 1, but they're requiring an extra 200 combat power over the requirement for tier 1. That person who was doing the other thing was actually a low level. He's level 30. So I don't think he's actually doing it to feel OP. I think he doesn't understand that he doesn't have to do that stuff because of the Hyperboost. Probably a new player. Probably a new player who's going to quit playing the game because he can't get a group. Which is going to be too bad. What other game is there to play right now? Warborn is in permanent maintenance. I tried to play all day yesterday, and it's just like in permanent maintenance on GeForce Now. So something's going wrong with the GeForce Now version of the game, at least. It's just not working.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're
So we can't even play that.
it's free.
The new New World patch doesn't drop until like the 12th of October. We've still got 3 weeks until that happens. So can't really do New World yet.
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
October 9th, I think, is Blue Protocol, so that's still a ways. Nope. Did I get a Noble Blessing Pouch Nebula from the guild chest? I did. What's up? Hey, got a Fortitude coin.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Ain't that something? Oh, did you join the same guild, Nemanja? Or did you get the Belt of the Sun King from Crimson Mansion? Got it. Yeah, I didn't think you could. I was going to be kind of surprised. Yeah, I just don't really know what to do. Feeling pretty bad. Which is too bad because, again, I think that this game is in a great place as far as the content and stuff like that. I mean, if we could get into the content, if we could be playing, I'd be having a great time right now.
If you want to use the breeze line, please
I'm
take the
so
lift.
confused.
If you're
I
in the
don't
resistance, it's free.
I don't understand what's going on in my life, dude. It's freaking me out.
Hey, have you been to the forest of the Great Tree?
No, I haven't. But you were there not so long ago, right? How was it?
If you want to use
Most
the
of the
breeze
time it's
line,
so
please
quiet and
take the
peaceful.
lift. If you're in the
That all
resistance,
changes once the
It's
Song of
free.
the Great Tree starts.
The Song of the Great Tree? What is that?
Did you know that the Walpertinger spirits are living in that giant tree? It's actually Walpertingers who are singing the song to console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
So it's like the passage ceremony. But the elves are already long gone, aren't they?
Yes,
If you want to
these
use the breeze
spirits are
line,
the
please
elves who
take the
died
lift.
in the war
If you're
with
in
our
the
ancestors
resistance,
long ago.
it's free.
What I really can't believe is that we haven't gotten like a midweek patch
Bringing the wandering
that fixes Nebula Island
peace
or reintegrates the queues
at difficult.
or literally anything. I mean, they've got to just be watching player analytics just fucking drop every single minute that all of these issues are persisting.
Of our ancestors, don't you think?
I mean, you can't, this is prime time. You can't have 40-minute fucking queues in prime time on a Saturday.
But we'll need a
This
lot
is insane.
of these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
For the content that everybody should be at, right? This is, the trials is the content that the game got you to. Right? This is where we should be.
Breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
It's not like we pushed super hard. I mean, we did push super hard, but we've kind of been here for a pretty extended period of time now, kind of waiting for people to catch up. And every day, more and more people catch up, or at least every day, more and more people should be catching up. And yet somehow every day the queues are longer and longer, which tells me that you're just bleeding players. Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Especially since your game is in what I think is the best place it's ever been as far as content availability. And you need to start changing the way you market the game, because the big draw of this game now has nothing to do with the guild versus guild. It has nothing to do with ownership of rift stones and stuff like that. It doesn't have anything to do with Dominion stuff. It's entirely about the PvE and the structured PvP that they've got now, right? That the battlegrounds are so cool. The 24 versus 24 is so good. And when you compare that format to the standard guild versus guild PvP format, which is just big ball smash into big ball, use AoE moves. When you go and you look at that 24 versus 24 and there's so many objectives and your team is so spread out, sometimes you end up with lots of people helping you. Sometimes you end up all by yourself, and then you've got to like escape and go back to your team. And there's lots of strategy around picking up the points and getting all those buffs and breaking all those boxes. And, there's room for lots of different types of builds, right? The reason I built this build was specifically for Battlegrounds, and then we stopped being able to do them. But this build is specifically designed, not just for PvE tanking, but so that I can go be as tanky as I possibly can and run as fast as I possibly can, right? I got speed boosts, I got all kinds of stuff. But all of this stuff is designed to allow me to just move freely around the battlegrounds and capture points and, break boxes and stuff like that. So the whole point of everything that I'm trying to get at with this build is just to run. And it's because, one of my favorite things to do back in the original Guild Wars was do chest runs down in the underworld,
No, I have
or the Fissure of Woe.
long ago, right?
before before they nerfed the chests and started letting them be purples. I used to go down there and just get gold after gold after gold item from those chests for basically free, all by myself. Just run down there with my tank and go tank groups while I picked up chests and stuff like that. And so this is very much the same idea, right? I finally kind of get to go back to that gameplay and I want to do that. So I really want to get back into the battlegrounds. Especially, and the battlegrounds are some of the most rewarding content. And the battlegrounds are extremely rewarding whether or not you win. You get way more rewards if you win, right? If you win 10 times a week, then you get this extra chest. But you can just get lucky and win 10 times a week, right? If you play somewhere between 20 and 30 matches in a week, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, then you're gonna, even if you're bad, right? Even if you're low tier, you're probably gonna luck out and win 10 times. So I think that's, you know, something that is achievable for the most part for anybody but extremely casual players, right? If you're playing, you know, 2 to 3 hours a day, then you're probably going to be able to do that. And this is, I mean, this is such good rewards. And then you're always getting, right? Even if you only get 40, right? If you lose every single match, if you play 20 matches a week, then you get all of your combat coins. Which is, again, I think totally doable when you've got good queue times. And so it's one of the most rewarding things they've ever had. It's pretty rewarding even for more casual or less skilled players. You know, it's going to help everybody really up their gear scores, but we can't access it right now. And we're just trapped. The auction house is totally dead. Integrate the auction houses. Like, I understand that, you know, you wanted this pristine economy, but it's because these servers don't have the player numbers, it's just fucking crushing us.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Especially because for a while, and maybe still, you were able to get put into boss fights with the legacy servers. So that's a really huge problem, is if we're getting put into the field boss fights with legacy servers, then they're going to have higher gear score than us, so they're putting out significantly more damage. Okay, Songbird was queued as a DPS and is now queuing as a healer, which I find very suspicious. Even if they're not a full healer, I'll probably still be okay because I'm very paladin-y. But I am pretty worried.
See if you can dodge this!
We're not going to clear this in 20 minutes.
Humans will never make it through the fog.
There's no point in trying to rush. There's especially no point in the freaking DPS going and doing the aggro. Just let me. It's almost like it's the whole point of my character.
See if you can dodge this. Let's see if you can dodge this. Let's see if you can dodge this. Let's see if you can dodge this.
Don't go attacking them. You just locked two people out. Oh my freaking god, y'all. Like, nobody in the world has ever heard of the concept of waiting for your freaking team. Yeah, everybody's attacking it, dude. You don't need to put out the freaking... Don't kill that goblin. Songbird, please stop killing that goblin. Whoops. Okay. Thankfully, we definitely seem to have enough DPS. Well, maybe not. Did somebody die? A healer died? Nobody ever wants to let the tank do tanky things. 'Cause they are so dumb. They just attack shit all the time. I'm literally invincible. And y'all just keep getting in the way. Don't do it. Don't do it. We aggro them and we bring them back. And then they die on the bombs. And it makes life so much easier. Nobody attacks the bombs, so they just blow us all up. Pretty please attack the bombs and knock them off the fucking edge. All you have to do is attack the bombs, and then they go right off the edge. Look at that, no one explodes, 'cause I'm so fucking good at this game. Attack bombs off the edge. Attack bombs off the edge. Or not. That's fine too. Man, I feel so shocked that everybody died again.
Enjoy the kaboom!
Lol. Somebody left. That's hilarious.
Enjoy the kaboom!
What fantastical dipshittery. I'm so impressed, it's not even funny.
Enjoy the kaboom!
Wow, 2 people left. People are pathetic, dude. Absolutely pathetic.
Enjoy the kaboom!
Nobody attacks any of the bombs, 'cause they are dumb. So freaking dumb. Look at how you don't explode when the bombs get knocked off the edge. Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Enjoy the kaboom!
It only takes 1 person per bomb, which is the really impressive part. Like, literally any 1 person can knock each of the bombs off. So only half the team has to have their head not up their ass. And then you literally can't die to this guy. Which is just wild. See how many hit points everyone has? So many hit points. Why do we have so many hit points? Because we knocked the bombs off the edge. Hey look, there goes another bomb. Let's knock this one off the edge. Hey, there it goes. Hey, look at all those people that aren't dead. Holy fucking Christ. Oh, we decided not to do it again. Womp womp. We did it twice. And then I guess we decided that we didn't like surviving. And that it'd be better if we just all died instead. Which, as far as plans go, is really just a top tier plan. Oh, goodness. Hey, did we win? I think we won. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Not that it matters. We still only have 4 people. And apparently the person who's our group leader doesn't know. Oh, we did not win. The boss just vanished. Oh, he went backwards. Did he gain a bunch of health? Okay, well that's game over. Oh, it started all over again. Oh, that's super fun. That's super fun. Well, if you're not going to queue us up for more people... Oh, now I'm the leader. Yeah, I don't want to be the leader. Bye, Dexter.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
It's actually Walter singing the song to console elven spirits that are still wandering in the forest.
So it's like the passage ceremony.
I
But the elves are already long gone, aren't they?
think that's probably going to be the end of it.
Yes. These
I'll have to find a different game to play, because there's no way I'm going to keep doing this.
long ago.
This is not fun.
Bringing the wandering souls to Wolpertingers will let them rest in peace. But the ogres make that difficult.
If you want to use the the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors, don't you think?
One can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people to free all these souls. Maybe we should join the cause as well.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I think we're just going to call the stream for today. I really wanted to just get some trials done today. I wanted to spend these tokens. But anytime we get in a group that has the ability to do so, they don't want to stick around long enough for everybody to get on kind of the same page and actually get through the boss fight. So we end up just with this revolving door of people until everybody leaves. And when we're in a group that can't complete it, obviously we can't complete it. So, I mean, the key really is just that Throne and Liberty, the devs really just dropped the ball. They made a plan, and then they didn't allow for the adaptability of that plan. Right? If you want to keep the groups separate, if you want to keep the legacy servers and the new servers separate, that's fine if that's your intention from the get-go. But as soon as you see the player numbers, as soon as you see how many people are queuing up for certain content and stuff, and as soon as you realize that that's not going to be possible, you have to adapt that plan and change it. You had a week where everything seemed to be working just fine, and people were able to get into queues and people were beating content without any problems. And then you did an update, which was, you know, a decent update, but then you didn't take that new data that you had for the last week into account, and you just went back and did the thing that you were always intending on doing without looking at any information. And now we have impossible queues where I've got to sit for an hour to get, you know, the only 6 people across 2 servers that actually want to do the trial. And then some of them are completely incapable of doing so. And some of them are already really frustrated because they've been trying for a while. So there's just no way to get a group through that content because you're never going to be able to keep a group together long enough for everybody to learn what to do. And then you just fail over and over and over again. It's really hard when you have really difficult content like this and you've got players who are just barely at the gear score and stuff to be doing the content, and you've got one-shot mechanics and you've got different stuff like that. It's really, really difficult because your players all have to succeed at 100% of the mechanics for 100% of the fight. And that takes a lot of tries, right? You're not going to get that in the first couple of tries. And so your queue times have to be short, right? You have to be able to get in there. You have to be able to get a group. You have to be able to do it. And if somebody leaves, you have to be able to replace that person quickly and effectively so that you can keep trying. Just like the first day that me and Nemanja spent trying to beat the first dungeon, right? We were able to get in there, and then we lost a person, we got another person. We lost a person, we got another person. And so we were able to spend, 4 hours almost in that same group trying to get that boss fight done. We ended up not being successful the first day, but then the second day we turned around, we only had to try another 3 or so times, maybe 4 times. And then we managed to get it. And, we got to move forward. And that's fine. I don't mind failing. I don't mind, having to fight the boss over and over and over again. I don't mind learning. I don't mind other people having to take time to learn. Like, it's all fine. But if people are leaving and we can't replace them, then I'm just wasting time, right? Then I've got to go back and I've got to beat the whole dungeon again, which means going back through all those other bosses, which means wasting another half hour that I'm not fighting the boss, right? I mean, between the 2 days that Nemanja and I have been going to the trials, we've only managed to get to fight the boss not even a dozen times between all of our, deaths and resets and stuff like that. But we've spent all of 2 days trying to do it. Or maybe all of 3 days. It has been 3 days, hasn't it? Today's the 3rd day. Yeah, so we spent all of 3 days trying to get in and do the trial. And we're just not able to get any of that done. And it's because we can't get replacements in when people decide to leave.
Let them rest in peace.
So I think we're going to be putting Throne and Liberty down for, I mean, at least a week. Next Thursday. So first thing in the morning on Thursday, right at like midnight Thursday morning,
For the sins of our
12 a.m. Is when they do the reset, as far as I can tell. So next Thursday, we're going to look at the patch notes. We're going to see,
But we'll need a lot of people
you know, did they reintegrate? What's the status of all that?
as well.
Is Nebula going to get fixed? Is Battlegrounds going to get fixed? Right? Are we going to actually be able to play the content? If by next Thursday they can get those things fixed and we can get back to actually being able to play, then I will probably come back and play some more Throne and Liberty because I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's in a good spot. I think it's got really good content. I think it's got a lot of content. I think the build diversity is fun. I mean, I want to go through and I want to get every item traded out on this character because I want to be able to play lots of different roles and do some different stuff. You know, I wish that playing a second role in this game wasn't so difficult. I wish it was a little easier to get more items maxed out. That's not really going to be the case, but that's fine. You know, I want to build a couple of builds. I want to try some different things out with some different weapons and equipment. And I want to see, you know, what can we solo? Can we do anything really crazy with soloing, you know, higher tier dungeons or anything like that? Is there any possibility of any of that? You know, because that was something we really liked to do in Guild Wars. In Guild Wars, we pushed things a lot. We intentionally went into like 8-person content with 3 or 4 people and tried to, you know, clear that content effectively by using really good synergies in our builds and stuff like that. And that's something that modern MMOs have lost, right? There's no people trying to challenge, you know, how much can we do with few resources, right? With few people and stuff like that. And I want to bring some of that back. And I think Throne and Liberty is a great place to do it because I think their builds are complex enough that you'll be able to find some nooks and crannies in there where you can make some really interesting things happen. And I really want to do that. So if everything's fixed by next Thursday, then we'll be back. If not, then we'll probably be waiting for Blue Protocol and New World, the new New World expansion. My older brother's been playing some New World, and he's been keeping me up to date on what the new expansion is going to be like and how things have changed over the course of the last year or so since we last played. So it looks like New World is also trying to move in a pretty good direction. You know, they're putting in a lot more in-game repeatable, not repetitive, but repeatable PvE content, which is really important to me. And they're trying to expand some of their really organized PvP, right? Like the Battlegrounds here. They've got their version of Battlegrounds over in New World. They're trying to expand and improve on that. And if they do that, I'll enjoy playing those modes, right? I don't care about the big guild versus guild crap. I don't care about, you know, the sweaty jackasses who want to get in global chat and talk smack, like their ability to press buttons and kill other players, you know, and spend thousands of dollars to get ahead makes them somehow good at video games. That stuff doesn't interest me at all. But good organized PvP with some objectives, you know, and some diversity and some emergent style gameplay is really, really good. So hopefully New World will be focusing on that more in the future instead of the guild-based dumb shit. So we'll be seeing. But I have hopes. The gaming, I don't know if y'all have been keeping track, but there have been a bunch of gacha games that are actually un-gachaing their games. There's a game coming out, I forget what it was called, but it's kind of like
Did you know that the Walpertinger spirits are living in that giant tree?
oh shite. I think it's called Anata.
It's
Yeah,
actually
Anata maybe.
who are singing the song
Anyway, it was going to be a gacha game. And, you know, the gacha games are some of the most lucrative games out there. But people are getting really, really burnt out on gacha systems because they're really, really hard to progress in. Because they're specifically creating friction to make you spend money. And so it seems like a lot of games that were going to have those gacha mechanics are actually stepping away from those gachas. Is that BMO again?
If you want to use the breeze
No.
line, please
Spirits
take
are
the
the
lift.
elves who fought
Um,
in
the
the war with
resistance.
our ancestors.
So yeah, hopefully. How are people getting greater nebula conquest chests? I can't get into the nebula. How are people getting in there?
Rest in peace. But the oak
Can you like swim out there? Is this Nebula Island? Surely this is Nebula Island.
Freeing these souls is the least we can do to repent for the sins of our ancestors.
Red Fog Island? Okay, hang on.
one can only hope. But we'll need a lot of people.
We're checking this. If it's possible to get out to Nebula Island by swimming, I'm gonna be fucking mad. Mostly because nobody's said anything. And that's a dick move. Oh no, I am definitely taking damage. Okay. Is there a way around, maybe? Because it looks like there's maybe some places to get up on. Hang on. We might just have to be more careful about how we go about this. Because it seems like people are getting out there. I've seen a couple of people over the course of the last week or so have Nebula Conquest chests. Like, so I think that where the red fog is, you can't go. But if you look on the edge over here, it looks like the edge of the island is actually pretty close to the fog on this right, or on this left side, this southern side. So we might be able to get most of the way out there without actually taking damage, and then just have to kind of do a quick sprint. These are the kinds of things that keep me interested, though. I would prefer to just be able to teleport out there, but you know, some stuff that's kind of off standard. And it's very important for you all to know whether or not you can get out to Nebula Island. So we need to at least try. Okay, not taking damage. Nope. Yeah, not taking damage, okay. Oop, now we're taking damage. Go all the way around to this point out here. It still seems like there might be a path. There's definitely rock outcroppings. Yeah, it looks like you're not going to be able to get out there. I wonder how people are getting those items then. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, sorry, I know I said I'm going to quit like 4 times. But it's because I don't actually want to quit. But I don't think we have a choice. So, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out into Manja. I'm sorry that we couldn't get any of this stuff accomplished. I don't mean to make you waste all your tokens because we're not doing the right stuff, but I can't figure out how to get the content done. So, yeah. I hope everybody has a great day. We will be back tomorrow or the next day with something else. I gotta go find a game to play, so yeah, I hope everybody has a great time, and we'll see you all on the next one.